How's it going, guys? John here from the Killer Bits, and today I hope you've wrapped up warm because we are trying to survive an impact winter. Yes, this is a new survival, not so much story-based, I'd say it's almost like RPG-based game from Mojo Bones. They're developing, and it's being published by Bandai Namco. And this comes out, well, as of today. The embargo is lifted and I can actually show you this. So, what is this game? Well, as you can probably tell, it's a very snowed-in church there. Basically, the idea is there's been a meteor impact or an asteroid impact or something, which has caused an impact winter when, it kicks up a load of dust, blocks out the sun, and everything freezes. So we are one of a bunch of survivors. We play as a character called Jacob Solomon, leading a party of 4 other survivors. We're all held up in this church, and we have to go out and search for supplies, but we have received a radio signal to say rescue is coming in 30 days, so we have to hold out for 30 days. So it's a lot of kind of managing supplies and things like that. First of all, I'll go into options. It's fairly basic options. It's been done in the Unity engine, and yes, this is the PC version, but I'm playing on gamepad because I started playing on keyboard and mouse. It works like a point and click on keyboard and mouse, but it's a bit clunky, and it's even a bit clunky on gamepad, but it certainly feels like it's been designed for consoles. It's got that definite feel that, everything's geared towards a gamepad button, essentially. And the movement is a little smoother on analog stick, but there's some issues with collisions and trying to climb stairs, but we'll get into that. So I've played for, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. There was a bit of a restart in that. And yes, this little robot thing we're seeing on the loading screen, this is Acolyte, who is our robot companion. Yes, it's not distant future. He's supposed to be like a drone type intelligent robot that one of the other survivors has built, and he's what actually receives the radio signal. I mean, obviously, playing a game like this, you have to suspend disbelief, but a lot of stuff has been very gamified. So one of the aspects of the game, and yes, this is ridiculous, I know, the loading times. Apparently, they're trying to shorten them a little, but yeah, the loading times on this game are ridiculous. But so here we are. We are outside the church. Actually, we'll go in so we can actually see what's going on. And I can actually introduce you to all the characters. And another huge loading screen. No, thank you. Right. Very, very valid opinion indeed. Okay, so they're talking to them. Minus 50, you reckon? Okay, so these are all the survivors. So this is Blaine, and he's the crotchety old man who teaches you how to build traps and do basic survival type stuff. And he's mostly in charge of crafting survival gear, so, traps and tents and things like that. This is Christoph, and he's the guy who's built our little robot friend. He's in charge of, obviously, all the electrical type stuff. We've got Maggie, who is the old lady who's in charge of cooking. And then we've got... Maggie's the other one. This is Wendy. Yes, sorry. That's Wendy that's in charge of cooking, and Maggie is asleep because she's exhausted. But Maggie is kind of our general builder, so she's built stuff like the ladders to get out of here, and she's given us a quest to go and find parts to build a furnace so we can actually heat the place better and all that kind of thing. So the basic gameplay is very much along the lines of something like This War of Mine. It's obviously not setting in a war-torn country. I think we are in, post-apocalyptic type setting, but it's a very similar principle. So this is basically our base. We have, stuff like supplies. I have to manage everyone's supplies, make sure they're all fed. So Wendy's reasonable. Christoph is quite low on food and drink and energy. Blaine, same. Wendy is building up her energy because she's sleeping, but food and that. So we're going to have to make sure they're all fed. What we could do is, I don't know if we've actually got enough food to do any recipes. Let's see if we can find Wendy. So we'll talk to Wendy. Crafting, yes. Okay, she can do scrambled eggs because we've got powdered eggs, salt granules, and peppercorns. As you can see, the stuff that we can actually make, the actual ingredients are highlighted. What we're missing, we're obviously missing. So, yeah, okay, let's make some scrambled eggs for everyone. And we can also change her role. So everyone, you can assign a role, which will basically improve certain stats on them. So heavy sleeper, morale increases when sleeping, but energy regains slower. Careful worker, never get injured whilst crafting. Lazy bones. What can we give her? Morale increases when working, energy drains faster. We'll go lazy bones. Okay, it doesn't really matter, especially for Wendy, because all of her stats are pretty much maxed out. So we'll leave her to go and cook some food, and obviously we need to keep the fire burning. It looks like Christoph has gone to sleep as well. Can Blaine make anything? Let's have a look. Antenna. Okay, we can make an antenna. Portable antenna that allows a campsite to always be visible on Akko's Light's radar, regardless of range, unlocks campsite radio. That could be useful. We need more springs to be able to make rat traps. That's actually a mission we've got to do. We've got to kill 4 rats. Yes, it's typical kind of RPG type stuff. We need a padlock for that. I don't think there's anything we've got enough parts for. But you can see the kind of thing he makes. Snare traps, signposts, snow catcher, flares. So we will go out scavenging in a minute. We might as well send him to build that. That's going to take an hour and 36. Yeah, fine. And we will make you a careful worker. Right, so you go and do that. And Wendy should be done cooking in 24 minutes. 23 minutes. Okay, we'll put a bit of fuel on the fire. What can we afford to burn? We'll burn a couple of planks. There you go. That's going to last 24 hours, right? So we don't have to worry about coming back here too much. The scrambled eggs are almost done. I'm going to organise that. So I know once I leave, they're all satisfied. So there's a lot of management, and we've also got our store. So this is obviously what I'm carrying. I've got a bottle of water, a little bit of food, a bit of medicine, and that is a signpost marker which we can place down to actually tell us where we're headed. What I will also do is, where's the bottled water? Large. So you can see on our stats, if I can choose to move that to my backpack or drink it. I'm going to drink that, and canned beans, pasta, tuna. Yeah, that'll take me over half. Yeah, I'm going to eat that. Okay, we're going to leave it as that. And I presume she's probably done cooking the where's this? Scrambled eggs. There we go. So the way we make sure everyone's fed, we basically, yeah, food for you, right trigger. Food for you, right trigger. Food for you, right trigger. And food for you. So everyone should have something to eat, and presumably they'll get water for themselves if they need it. So everyone should be all right. And we also, whilst we're here, we can have a look at everyone's stats. So as you can see here, we've got 27 days to go. Now, this is one of the things where it's slightly gamified. As I said, I've played it for a little bit, but this whole the clock's counting down 30 days, but you actually kind of can speed up the clock by completing missions, which gives the robot more XP for learning, which speeds up his ability to process the signal. It's very, very gamified, as I said. Events, these are our missions. So Blaine, as I said, has tasked us with capturing 4 rats, which will give us 500 rescue points, which is basically XP. Wendy wants us to find some chicken pasta, ingredients for chicken pasta by breaking open some storage crates. There's wandering nomads out in the icy wasteland, and I just picked one of his random missions, which is collect 30 ID back cards, which we find obviously dotted around in houses, things like that. There's a stranger out there with a locked case. Christoph wants us to break into a van that's out in the wasteland, but to do so we're going to need explosives. And Maggie wants to build a furnace, as I said, so she's got bolts. We need to find a pipe large, can large, and a breeze block. So what I think we'll do is we'll go and raid some houses, and I think there's a trader out there, and if I can remember the last time I went out, he had C4, so we'd be able to do that mission. So let's do that. And once again, very, very long loading screens. They have said, literally just before I started recording, I had an email through saying they are looking to reduce these loading times. But at the moment, even though I've switched this from mechanical hard drive over to my SSD, it's still very, very long loading time. So bear that in mind, folks. Whenever you go between a building and the wasteland, it's, yeah, quite a long loading time. And I may have to cut this as well, just to shorten this extensive staring at a black screen. Right, eventually. So here we go. We're out in the cold. And we're being followed by our little robot friend. So the map is fairly extensive. As I said, only been playing for an hour, a couple of hours. And I've literally stayed within that kind of, I'd say, middle 5 or 6 blocks. I've not gone as far down as the hospital or the penitentiary or the airport or anything like that. I've just been in the fairly immediate area. I think the little indications of the gasoline type stops, we will probably be able to get fuel from them. But at the moment, I've only kind of been raiding houses. And I know for sure there are houses over in this direction. And we can go and get some parts. I also have a tent out in the wasteland which has a convenient deposit box, which apparently we can put stuff in and then our little robot will go and grab stuff from it. Oh, meat. Yes, we'll take all the meat. No, I want to quick. We'll grab all the meat. And might as well. Is the battery worth it? Probably not. We'll leave that for now. As I said, I want to get C4 and do that part of the mission. And we can see the mini-map up in the corner. There's blue flashing lights. I think we need to come down here some way. So there's a little bit of procedural generation in it. Last time I went to this ambulance before I restarted, all there was in it was a syringe, so let's have a look this time. What's in it? So there's an eyedropper and a test tube. I'm not even going to bother with them, they're just going to take up space in my backpack. It does look like the backpack can be expanded. And also, point of interest, the crater. So, yeah, it seems strange we're camped out so close to an impact crater, 2 months after the things crashed down. So again, there's a degree of suspension of disbelief, and I'm pretty sure this is where the village is at. Oh no, this is my campsite. There we go. So we're fairly close to some houses. Can we actually upgrade it now? No, because we need our the old guy to build some improvements to be able to upgrade. And this is the old woman's house, which we got a load of food from. I'm going to just take one quick look inside, if we can get up onto the roof and into the hole. And once again, very long loading times. Nomads use seeds. Yes, so that is one thing. The economy in this seems to be seeds. So occasionally you can pick them up by going to plant pots and you'll find, there you go, convenient, seeds. Obviously, they don't take up space in your backpack, but if you look underneath my portrait and stats there, I've collected 145 seeds. So when we find a trader, we should be able to actually afford something. No, I'm not going to take lumps of coal. Ah, there we go. Spring. I need that for rat traps. So yes, I'm definitely taking that. Can't get into the car. Ooh! 22. Well, I've not seen a rifle before. We can put a bow. Well, we'll come back here if I need that. But that is interesting. Bottled water. What else we got here? Metal box. Cushion, floor tile. Cotton sheet. No, nothing there that's particularly useful. What's in the basement? So all the houses look fairly similarly modelled. They change around a little. Oh, and yes, I've had this before. So this is another element that's very much like this war of mine. The church can be broken into. So we need to kind of do improvements to protect the church and everyone inside. Early on, it seems to be they just sneak in. So it seems to be if we can find enough supplies, we can get Maggie to build a door, which I presume will secure the place. There you go. Scavenger injury. Blaine disturbed a scavenger and was injured in the process. Health has been reduced, morale is capped, and they are unable to work. Find the required supplies to heal. Okay, so what supplies do we need? This is new. Right, let's have a look. So it does look like there are reasonable degree of, dynamic events. I'm pretty sure I've got bandages and painkillers in the store. And it's 31 hours. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. We can get back to the place before we need to do that. But if we come across any out here in the wild, we'll make sure we grab them as well. Nothing of any interest. It's just kind of crap. No. Ian. I think I've raided the basement down here already. Electrical parts. No. There's nothing requiring electronics yet. We did need a large pipe, didn't we? Large pipe. And we can actually rotate this as well, so we'll put that down there. And I think Christoph's energy is... Yeah, we'll go to bed then. You don't need to tell me. Now, this is where I say there's issues with clicking. There we go. The controls are a little clunky, and I'm guessing it will also take effect when I try and do this. Oh no, I can go straight up the stairs now. Occasionally, I've tried to make it upstairs, and I've basically bounced off the bottom step, and it won't let me go. But thankfully, that seems to be working this time. So it seems to be a bit temperamental. Close, no. I want to see if there's anything actually useful. No, I don't want a button. Nothing. No. Okay, well, let's leave this place. And yeah, that's a rat running good along there. Oh, paper clips. Yes, they are hard to come by, and they're an essential component for building the rat traps. So yes, I'm always picking up paper clips. Okay, let's go to the main kind of few abandoned houses, because I've done a fair bit of raiding in this place. I cleared out most of the fridge and dumped it all in the deposit box by my campsite. Hopefully that the robot would transport back. I mean, we could actually do that now. We'll go and dump all that meat in the campsite. Okay, long loading screens. I'll be back in a second. Okay, and there we go, eventually. So, from a technical point of view, they really need to improve the loading times. As I said, I did have an email saying they are working on that, and whether it's, available. This was supposed to all be transported. I'd been to sleep. Why hasn't this been transported? That's... yeah, that's placeholder text. Okay, can we just... Yeah, move all these. Oh, I've got the painkillers on me. Right. There. Yes, we're going to move the pipe. Yeah, okay, right. Does this mean if we sleep here, it'll transport it? Not feeling tired now. I don't care, I want to transport all that stuff. Okay, right. Well, I know there's houses in this direction somewhere. Oh, dead bodies. I think there's supposed to be something about being able to scan the area and dig stuff up. Oh, I've not seen this building before. What's this? So obviously with the weather effects and things like that, sometimes it's hard to actually see stuff during the night or anything. How do we get in here? These are obviously buildings. They've got seeds up there. Whether this is kind of mission critical type stuff, I don't know. Oh, here we go. We can go up here. But there's no point to come up here. Okay, right, fine. Okay, right. Where are we headed? I know it's slightly north of the campsite. Because I mean, we can bring up this map, but it's not. It doesn't really show us where we are on it. It just gives you a rough idea of the area. Maggie's morale is kept prolonged, so we got points for that as well. You seem to get thrown points for pretty much everything. Ah, we're getting seeing spots on the map. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there's the trader. That's what we wanted. So let's go into the trader's house. Come on, click. There we go. Eventually, and more loading screens. Here we go. Right. So here's our trader, and we can talk to him. Dotted around the world, yes, I'm still getting prompts. Right, I know you had C4, there we go. That's going to cost me 40 seeds. Yes, I can deal with that. Buy item. I'll buy 2, because then I can blow open a thing as well. Connie bear trap? Okay, handgun clip, jaw trap, lockpick. Ooh, lockpicks may come in handy. Yes, I'll buy one of those. I'll buy another one of those. No, I don't want emergency rations, rat trap, rifle, snare, TV dinner. Oh, well, we can get arrows, and we know where we can get a bow. So that's something. We don't need the gasoline. Okay, right. Well, I've got the C4. That's what I came for. And let's exit. And we can go and find the truck I need to blow open, and then we'll work our way back to the church. And as I say, I'm pretty sure. Well, I've got painkillers on me, and I'm pretty sure there's bandages in the storeroom. So unless the scavenger nicked them before beating the old guy up, we should be alright. But I mean, my initial impressions, this is very much along the lines of This War of Mine, which I did love. But this just feels like it's a little bit of a copy. I mean, it's got other stuff going for it. It's a bit more kind of RPG to it. Obviously, we've got this kind of top-down thing. Admittedly, you're probably not seeing this on YouTube because when it's dark and you can barely see anything. Let's go and check out this house, see if there's any supplies I didn't pick up last time. I think we're alright time-wise. It's not as if we're getting particularly tired. Oh, there's somebody in here. Strangers. Let's talk to the strangers. Please help. One of our group is desperately ill and needs medical supplies. Time is running out. Okay. Well, there we go. We've got dynamic events. Do we want the coin? Oh, it's small. Yeah. Go on. Collect that. Can we get in here? I could use a lockpick. Okay, well, we'll check that in a second. Okay, well, I did use the lockpick. No. Maggie has a headache. Well, you have a headache, fine. Oh look, more painkillers. Ideal timing. No. Do we want a Bible? No. That's a mirror we can smash open for glass. No, we don't want an old NES. Well, let's have a look in here. We opened it up. Oh, medical cabinet. Energy tablets, okay. Multivitamins, antibiotics, multivitamins, okay. May have been worth it. What's in the toilet? Just bolts. Search the bath. Pipe. Oh, can we have toothpaste? Oh, what the hell. We'll take the toothpaste. Good dental hygiene is required. No. What's in the basement? As promised, I will get to blowing open the safe. Well, not the safe, the truck. I'm just seeing if there's any bandages around just in case. No, I'm pretty sure that's it down here. Oh, what's in the bag? We can have a laptop. Handkerchief. I presume we'd probably be able to craft bandages from material, but I've not come across that yet. Because I have found some alcohol. I think I found some tequila. So at least that will keep away the winter blues. Come on, exit! Yes. The controls are a little clunky. So, yes, he drops in. Drops in like a ninja. Okay, we'll take the beans and the pasta. We'll leave the beer. For now, anyway. Ooh. No more seeds. Oh, a load of meat. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of space, just in case we need it. There's a knife. What's that? Multivitamins. Energy tablets. Move. Okay, well, we'll do that. I wonder what medical supplies that guy actually needs. Because, I mean, we've got enough now. Unless he needs a bandage, then... Nothing in the microwave. What about these cupboards? That's more multivitamins. I'm not going to bother with that for now. Come on. No more bandages, no. Not the laundry, I need... No. Okay. So what is it do you actually need? Let's have a look at your mission. Events. Headache. Injury. No. Stranger illness. Requires antibiotics. Yeah, we can do that. So I presume if we just talk to him now. Give. Yes. And we get 250 points. And we're getting close to level 5. At the moment, every level you get like about 4 hours, but it seems to be going up. You know, I think the first level I got 4 hours knocked off my time. You know, the 30 days we're supposed to wait. So I think it was 4 hours, then 4 hours 10, 4 hours 20. So it seems to be the game will quickly... You know, the 30 days will quickly turn into maybe about 20 days actually of waiting by the time you've done all your leveling up. Because they throw points at you for doing pretty much anything. Oh, look, you've discovered this site. You've got a load of points. So, I keep cycling back to this whole thing of my opinion. It's okay. It feels like a bit of a copy of This War of Mine. Just, as I say, a lot more gamified. They've done the RPG thing of, oh, lots of leveling up, lots of experience points and things like that. Which feels... a little cheap. It's a way of expanding the experience, and the world seems to be a lot bigger, and obviously there is a degree of fun exploring the world like this. I'm pretty sure we can get into this chest with the lockpick, which we did get 2 of. So pick lock, yes. And we'll get a bonus points off this person, and probably supplies as well. That was lucky. You going to talk to me? Okay, or we can just open it up. Storage trunk. We don't want any of that. No, that's complete garbage. Can we talk to the person? No. Did we get the points? Okay, right. And now I think the truck we're supposed to get is up here somewhere. So events, Christoph. There we go. We'll mark that on our map. And that, here we go. Ah, right here. So we should be able to... Hey, set explosive. Okay, we're going to set the explosive and we're not going to run away from it. Can we get what's ever in here? Has it bugged slightly? Timer reduced. Okay. Van activated. Has been activated, reducing the timer. And it's I don't know if you can actually see that on the video, but again, there's like a remnant of the explosion is just kind of permanently stuck there as a transparent ping or something. Right, have we actually got the supplies out of this? Because that was the whole point of blowing it up, so we can actually get supplies out of it. I presume we've done so. So it's not letting me click anything. Okay, well, I'm going to presume we got whatever we needed out of that. Let's just go back to the church. And I think we've got antibiotics and what have you to heal. No, it was painkillers and a bandage, wasn't it? And this is a wandering nomad down here who is after bones or ID cards or pre-war money. Yeah, there's almost a Fallout element to that. Weather has changed. Well, it's gone from snowy to very snowy. Come on, enter the church. There we go. So I'm going to carry on playing this. As I said, I'm a bit in two minds on whether I like it or not. We'll burn a chair leg and we'll burn a small plank. There we go. Keep that going. Now, have we got the supplies to deal with you? Talk to Blaine. Oh, look, there. As I said, we've got plenty. And where's Maggie? Maggie is in this direction, and we should have painkillers for her then. Talk to Maggie. Yep, painkillers. Give. More points. It just throws points at you, and there we go. We're leveled up as well. And there you go. We've got 4 hours, 40 minutes knocked off our time. So you can see what the basic gameplay mechanics are. It's all about, you know, just managing your team, collecting supplies, doing missions. And every time we level up, we also get one of these. This is stuff like the heavy sleeper and the good worker and all that kind of thing. So what's next? Immune from catching influenza. Chance of argument increased for an NPC. Health regen faster. Injuries from scavengers will never occur. Scavengers will steal more items. At the moment, we can heal easy enough. I suppose later on that would probably be better. But yeah, I'm fine at the moment. Can we exit out of this, please? No. Come on, exit. Leave. Fine, okay. Well, I'll pick one. Fine, one of those for later. Okay. Negotiator has been unlocked for the team. Did we do what you wanted us to do? Crafting, radar. I suppose we can find some of these things. These will probably all upgrade the little drone robot thing. I think if we look in here, we can have a look. There we go, Acolyte. So we can upgrade his radar, his storage. Oh, Does that mean we're not actually storing stuff in a backpack? It's his storage. Oh, right. We would definitely want to upgrade that. How do we upgrade that? Storage capacity is 10 by 5. Storage... so if we can upgrade his storage, that'll be a lot more helpful. But I think we'll call it quits there. This is giving you kind of a brief little look at what the game is like. We will dump a load of this stuff off. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, we didn't use... I thought we used lockpicks, but we still seem to have 2 of them. We'll keep the C4 on us because I'm pretty sure there's a storage container outside which we can blow open. But we are going to have something to eat, something to drink, have a kip, and then we'll grab that. Beef jerky. Yeah, we'll eat that. It's very salty. Okay, is there anything else that's not going to reduce our thirst considerably? Canned peaches. Not very appetizing. Cereal. Coffee. Energy tablets. Multivitamins. No. I mean, this is also one thing. Once your storage is... There's a ton of stuff in here. We can sort by... As you can see, we can... All food... Okay, we can actually do food. Okay, that's helpful. I want something that will actually increase a fair amount. We'll eat some beans. There we go. And peaches. We got 6 of those. Yeah, we'll eat some of those. Drink a large water. Yeah. We're going to have a quick kip. If it will let us sleep. Actually, no. I'm going to go outside. And hopefully we can go to the tent. Sleep there. And that should, in theory, transport everything that's in the deposit box. But we'll go via the storage crate, which we can hopefully bust open. So there is plenty of stuff to do in this game. Obviously, I don't know how well the story progresses. It seems to just be lots of kind of little small dynamic events and a lot of kind of management. There's going to be a loop to, you know, collecting supplies, getting enough supplies so the people back home can actually, you know, craft stuff like enough food for everyone, doors for the church, and, you know, traps so you can actually collect stuff. So we can actually go into scanner. Alright, if we just go south, that's a crate there. That red box thing, container, yeah. So if we go south. No, I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Right, we can see the container. No, don't need to worry about the nomad. We haven't got anything to give him yet. Here we go. Let's try blasting open this then. Hydration low. I don't care. We had C4 on us, didn't we? Yes, we got C4 on us. Why can't we... No. Can we place this? No, I don't want to discard it. Back. Come on. Oh, don't you complain about a headache. Can we... There we go. Set explosive. And now we can search the container. What are we going to get? Ooh, this is a lot of stuff. Let's just take everything. There we go. When you find lemons, make lemonade. Container destroyed. Explosives were used to open the container. Yes, well I know that much. And... I've not seen this bit before. As I say, there is a certain amount of... Oh, exploration. Oh, what's this? What's that? At least this looks like a frozen lake. Ooh, I don't know what the red dots are. But I'm going to... Oh, it's cracks in the ice. Yeah, we definitely want to avoid that. We don't want to take a dunk in frozen water. I'm trying to look for where the campsite is. I know it's in this direction somewhere. I'm determined to see if I can get the drone to... No, that's the ambulance. Yeah, I want the drone to send the thing back to base, all the food I collected in the house, because that's supposed to be a mechanic that works. If it doesn't work, then that's going to be a pain. It means you're going to have to carry everything manually. Here we go. I should be tired enough to sleep now. And I think we're kind of... I mean, I've just noticed that as well, that the fact it looks like the campsite is kind of being covered up. Right, we want to clear out as much of this as possible. So let's take that. No, let's just move. And let's start transferring this lot across. It'll have to be all the small stuff then, won't it? Go on. That'll do. Okay. Can we fuel this? Broom handle, fine, yeah. Large plank. Okay, right, now can we sleep at all? There we go, sleep. Are we actually sleeping? Go on. Do you want to sleep? Sleep. No. Okay, so the controls are clunky. Oh, it looks like he's climbing in. There we go. His energy's recouping. Sending items to church. So that bit does actually work. And we're getting bunk, 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 bunk. Is that the thing dropping off stuff? Yeah, he's dropped off stuff and he's come back. And it's getting a bit blowy. So you're probably not seeing anything other than a white screen at the moment, aren't you? Am I freezing to death? Is that... Let's go and hide in Maple Street. There we go. And we'll call the video quits there. Enter house. There we go. Can we enter? There we go. So my first impressions are this game has promise, and the fact is it's coming to, well, it's on PC, coming to console as well. It definitely feels like more of a console game than a PC game. Yep, we'll take that seed. And oh, we need wire for stuff, do we? Okay, well we'll take come on. Take some wire. Yeah, it feels like a console game more than anything, especially because the controls seem more suited. Ah, look, this is what I'm saying about. There you go. You saw I had collision. I can't even say the word. Collision issues with trying to get up those stairs. So it's still quite buggy. Whether these issues will get fixed prior to launch, because obviously I am playing on a pre-release version. Also, there was no kind of intro cutscene, which I was quite disappointed about. That, you know, this big disaster has happened and I never got to see it. But it's got promise, but there are definite issues with it. It's a little clunky in parts. No, we don't want any detergent. Ooh, gummy bears! Yes, let's take the gummy bear. Let's eat the gummy bear. Nom 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 nom. In fact, we'll just load up with whatever we can carry. We'll take the booze. Yes. What's this? Corn syrup. I'm sure that was an ingredient we required. What's in here? Can we do anything with these things? Plant pot? No. Oh, we'll take the meat. We'll eat the nuts. There seems to be plenty of meat around for it being post-apocalypse. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this kind of first impressions, I know I've rambled a little, but like I said, there's plenty of stuff to do, and it seems like it's going to have a decent lifespan and a decent amount of replayability because the dynamic events are going to make it replayable. The story-wise, I don't think you get as invested in the characters. I mean, I get mixed up with the names. It is just the old guy that makes things, the old lady that makes food. There's no kind of personality to them. There's obviously kind of technical issues where you can't climb upstairs, things like that. So I would say there's a word of caution. It's not going to be a horrible experience, but there's going to be bugs and issues that will maybe annoy you. Certainly the loading times between, stuff indoors and stuff outdoors. The fact that you have to press multiple times to exit a building is annoying. The extensive loading screens are annoying. There's a lot of annoyances there, but if you can trade that off to the experience of, trying to survive in a slightly unusual environment. We've done this kind of frozen wasteland type stuff before, but trying to keep a party of people alive in this almost RPG environment has a novelty to it, and it's something that is reasonably engaging. But yeah, it's going to be down to your personal preference whether you can tolerate the annoyances more than anything. But if you enjoyed this first impressions, do let us know by hitting that like button. And if you want to see more first impressions like this, if you want to see me actually play the game in its entirety, and our campsite is definitely getting buried here. Oh, we can just about see the thing. We can stand stuff back. No, there's no point because we'd have to camp here. No, forget it. There's something flashing on the screen. We'll go towards that. So yeah, I'm having a reasonable amount of time, good time with it. But if you want to let me know what you think in the comments below, or you can get me on any of the social medias over at the Kilobits. Can we get to that? No, we can't. What are you booping about? Can we actually interact with stuff around here? No, wrong button again. There's a dig site. Is it what? Acolyte. Come on, what are you beeping about? So I know he has certain abilities. That's a scan. He's beeping about something, so I presume there's something buried here. Oh, we're supposed to get explosives into that? Maybe. Okay, stop beeping, you're annoying me now. Yeah, so if you want to let us know what you think in the comments below or on any of the socials over at the Kilobits, and if you're not already subscribed and you want to see more vids like this, obviously you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Alright, catch you later guys. Bye!